Low-country drivers are feeling thankful that after years of disrepair, I-526 is finally getting some much-needed maintenance.
But at what cost to drivers? Blair Sable breaks it down for us.
If you could describe 526 in one word, what would the word be?
Horrific.
Drivers in the Palmetto State are no strangers to the condition of South Carolina roadways. Marlon Reed has lived here his entire life. He says the roadways are
behind the times, actually needs to be fixed up. We're so far behind other states, it's not even funny.
I-526 is a 23-mile highway that connects Charleston to Mount Pleasant and is one of the most congested interstate highways in the state. That's according to the South Carolina Department of Transportation. And the department calls it a top priority. We wanted to know how drivers really felt about one of the most traveled roads in the state. So the Live 5i team hit the streets to find out. Gwendolyn Doctor of West Ashley says she doesn't take 526 often, but it's a pain when she does.
Lots of potholes. I run over them all the time. I've had busted tires. Traffic is horrible.
Lack of care, lack of paying attention. There's so many divots and potholes. How many tire blowouts have you had on that road because of the conditions?
But could there be an end in sight to drivers' woes on the road? Drivers with a keen eye might have already noticed a resurfacing project that began last month on 526.
It was long overdue.
The project covers about 8 miles, and a Live 5 Investigates Freedom of Information Act request shows it costs $10.3 million. Broken down, that's almost $1.3 million per mile. And you already paid for it at the pump as part of the state's gas tax established in 2017. The DOT awarded the Banks Construction Company from North Charleston the multi-million-dollar contract last fall. 526 has been causing drivers headaches for years. And last year, more than half of the claims paid out by the DOT in Charleston County were caused by this highway at more than $18,000 total. In addition to these 33 claims, another 6 for 526 were denied.
Does that surprise you at all?
Not at all.
Earlier this year, Kelly Moore from the state's DOT told Live 5 News the agency was aware of deferred maintenance and has been working to catch up as part of a 10-year plan that began 7 years ago. DOT put 50% of the new funding the department received from the 12-cent gas tax aside for resurfacing South Carolina roadways, 80% of which needed some TLC. The improvements for 526 don't just stop at the surface level either. Multiple studies are currently underway to help figure out a plan to alleviate the congestion that continues to plague the highway. As for the cost, drivers aren't too worried as long as they don't have to put up the cash for damage caused by the roads.
It's a great thing. I can save on my tires.
The repavement project is expected to be finished in late August, and so far the DOT has funded more than 7,000 miles of resurfacing projects in South Carolina, and there are still more miles to go. But DOT reports it's on track to meet its goals. Blair Sable, Live 5 Investigates.